Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Everything is opening up all over the globe, and vacation and travel are once again back on the cards. So, which country do you think you will visit first? Well, we recommend you go to the crown jewel of Europe, the Netherlands. It is one of the most fascinating holiday destinations out there and is sure to steal your heart away. It is a literal treasure trove of culture, history, and beauty. Today, we will talk about the top 10 places that you must visit in the Netherlands. So, without further ado, let's begin. Please join us on our journey around the world by subscribing to our channel. Please click the bell icon to get notified when we publish a new video. Number 1. Amsterdam. Amsterdam is the first on our list for obvious reasons. It is the capital city of the Netherlands and is one of the most visited cities in the world. If you have ever been to Venice, you must know that canals are an essential part of its architecture. The same can be said for Amsterdam. You'll make some of your most unforgettable memories exploring the city's waterways. Most of Amsterdam's attractions are easily accessible by these canals, but the charm of walking along the smaller streets is magical. You should definitely visit the Rijksmuseum. Its collection includes 7 million works of art, including around 5,000 paintings and a vast library with about 35,000 books. Another must-visit location is Dam Square, which is home to a large number of restaurants, cafes, and shops. In addition to that, the impressive Royal Palace, the new church, and the National Memorial Statue are all located here. The best thing about the city is that it has a great laid-back vibe and people from all cultures are welcome here. Also, while you are here, visit for a stroll the Red Light District and some of the unique coffee shops Amsterdam has to offer. It is truly a unique experience. Number 2. Leiden. Nicknamed Key City, Leiden is famous for being home to the oldest university in the Netherlands. Leiden has become a favorite tourist destination with its rich history, beautiful garden, and unique canals. Also famous for being the birthplace of the renowned artist Rembrandt, Leiden has several outstanding museums. The National Museum of Natural History is dedicated to the ancient world and has extensive collections of fossils and bones. The city's canals are also beautiful, and you can spend your day cruising around them, taking in the sights. If you are looking for some fun, then visit in early October to enjoy the festival that commemorates the end of the Spanish siege. But if you can't visit around that time, then don't worry. Most of the bars and pubs have live music shows. Leiden is also a great place to eat and shop, so do visit the city. It has got a little something for everyone. Number 3. Kasteel De Haar. De Haar Castle is the country's greatest fortification, located near the charming old city of Utrecht, which is the Netherlands' 4th largest. This magnificent castle, designed by P.J.H. Kuipers, requires so much land. The castle lies on around 20 acres that the entire community of Haarlemmens had to be evacuated to make room for it. While the old castle was built in the 14th century, this more recent edifice was constructed in 1892 and is worth visiting. Inside, you'll find spectacular collections of antiques, furniture, paintings, and tapestries. But it's the garden, together with the castle fairy tales vibe, that draw the people. The park that surrounds the castle contains many waterworks and is designed after taking inspiration from the gardens of Versailles. It was the construction of the park that required the demolition of Haarlemmens. Number 4. The Hague. The Hague is the largest European city by the sea and is also the greenest. This beautiful city has a coastline that stretches no less than 11 kilometers, with wide sandy beaches, beautiful dune areas, and many large parks. But the lovely beaches aren't the Hague's only attractions. There are many historic buildings to explore in the city's oldest section called the Binnenhof, or the Inner Court. The most important of these buildings is the exquisite Ridderzaal, or the Knight's Hall, which is still used for function. Well, if you ever wanted to feel like a giant, then the Madura Dam is the location for you. This place is best known for its extensive miniatures depicting life in the Netherlands on a 1 to 25 scale. The city has also got something for the car enthusiast in all of us. The Lawan Museum features the oldest collection of cars in the world, which now number around 200 vehicles. The earliest model is an 1886 Benz patent motor car, which was powered by a single cylinder. Number 5. Keukenhof. What flower comes to mind when you think of the Netherlands? Well, of course, it's tulips. One of the most beautiful sights to visit in this country has a fantastic display of these and other spring bulbs. Keukenhof, often known as the Garden of Europe, is located on the outskirts of the town of Lisse, in what is known as the Netherlands Bold Belt. Keukenhof is the world's biggest public garden, spanning more than 70 acres of what was formerly a vast country estate's kitchen, or Keuken garden. It showcases more than 700 varieties of tulips, which are at their peak in April and May. The exhibition, though, is virtually year-round because of the city's large commercial hothouses. There are thousands of hyacinths, crocuses, and daffodils, as well as unending rows of beautiful tulips. However, we would recommend that you visit in the second half of April, and if you want to see everything, then you should consider bringing a bicycle or renting one at the main entrance of Keukenhof. Oh, and one more thing. People flock to see this beautiful sight, so you should go early in the morning or on a weekday. The areas around the pond and windmill are the most beautiful, so pick one and head there first. Number 6. Rotterdam. Rotterdam is the second largest city in the Netherlands and lies on both banks of the Nieuwe Maas. Despite the city's modernity, the city dates back to medieval times and was already prosperous by the 13th century, when a dam was built to separate the Rot from the Nieuwe Maas. But today, it has become a popular tourist attraction and is known for its vibrant entertainment options, like fine museums, splendid architecture, and maritime activities. Don't miss out on tour to the Old Harbor and the Marine Museums. In good weather, you sit outside one of the many cafes and restaurants and enjoy people watching, or stroll around and watch boats being painted or repaired. If you ever had an interest in ships, then go visit the Maritime Museum Rotterdam, which provides insight into the city's history and includes ship models and a reconstructed model of a 2,000-year-old vessel. Another great gathering point is Market Hall, which is a massive office complex that opened in 2014. It has been nicknamed Koepboeg by locals and is an architectural marvel. The soaring arched ceilings of its food hall is covered in larger-than-life murals of vegetables, fish, and other products. It is the perfect place to catch a nice meal, and you will have many options to choose from. Number 7. De Hoge Eveluwe National Park. It might come as a surprise to you that despite its small size, Netherlands boasts one of the world's most diverse national park programs. The largest of these is De Hoge Eveluwe Park, which is located between Arnhem and Apeldoorn. The park covers nearly 13,800 acres and is one of the most popular day trip destinations for tourists and locals alike. The park, which includes extensive woodlands in the north and a unique sculpture park, was formerly a country estate and hunting reserve and is still home to numerous red and roe deer today. The park's best-preserved region includes a swath of spectacular dunes intermingled with heath and woodland and moraines up to 100 meters high in the south and east. It's also a great place to go birdwatching, hiking, and riding. Number 8. The IJsselmeer. The tiny hamlets along the IJsselmeer, the freshwater lake that resulted from the closure of the Zuiderzee's sea entrance, are among the most picturesque communities in the Netherlands. During Amsterdam's golden age, these towns grew in importance when they had access to the Atlantic and prospered as fishing and commercial centers, but they faded when the ports sank. For the fishing village of Marken and the seaports of Volendam and Enkhuizen, where many of the colorful homes have been converted into museums and stores, time appears to have stood still. Many of Enkhuizen's structure and maritime industry have been preserved in the open-air Zuiderzee Museum, which preserves the cultural heritage and maritime history of the former Zuiderzee region. Here, you may watch craftsmen learning traditional marine skills at work. A variety of beautiful vintage wooden boats may be found in Volendam's harbor. Number 9. Utrecht. Utrecht's rich Middle-Age history is reflected in its architecture. The city's most distinctive feature is the inner canal wharf system, which was built to keep parts of the Rhine River from entering the city center. Utrecht's claim to fame may be home to the Netherlands' largest university, the University of Utrecht. The awe-inspiring Gothic Cathedral of St. Martin, this old construction started in 1254, is another noteworthy visitor destination in Utrecht. The Dom Tower, the Rietveld Schroeder House, and the Museum Speelklok, which houses a wide collection of stunning clocks, music boxes, and furniture, are not to be missed by architecture and museum fans. Number 10. Groningen. This small but culturally diversified university city has 2 colleges, making it the main site to visit in the northern Netherlands, particularly for the arts, business, and education. Groningen is a museum lover's paradise, with the Groningen Museum being one of the most innovative and modern in all of Holland. Other museums include graphic arts museums, a comic museum, a marine museum, and a university museum. Groningen is rich in music and theater, and many street cafes host live performances. The Groot Market, the Pepperstraat, and the Vismarket are the most popular nightlife venues, thanks to the city's large student population. Well, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do leave us a comment or a like if you did enjoy the video, and consider subscribing. And before you start packing for your trip, consider looking at some of my other videos too. See you later, travelers.